right? Here, pons varoli consists of fiber tract and that interconnect different regions of the brain, and it coordinates the activities of eye and ear and regulates respiration. The respiratory center is presented, inspiration and expiratory center is presented in the region of pons varoli, right? And medulla oblongata, it is connected to the spinal cord and it controls respiration, cardiovascular reflexes, gastric secretions, peristalsis. Those are under the control of medullary oblongata, medulla oblongata. So medulla oblongata is the most important portion in the brain, because all the vital functions which is under the control of medulla oblongata, it is connected to spinal cord. It controls respiration, the cardiovascular reflexes and gastric secretions, peristalsis. These are all under the control of medulla oblongata, and also it contains salivation, vomiting, and sneezing and coughing. Salivation, the production of the saliva, and vomiting, sneezing, and coughing. Those all centers are which are presented in the region of medulla oblongata only, right? And next one, this is regarding about brain and spinal cord. It is enclosed within the spinal canal of vertebral column, and it is also protected by the meninges. So here medulla oblongata further leads into the spinal cord, encloses by the vertebral column and also protected by meninges. And the spinal cord has a central canal containing consist with CSF, cerebrospinal fluid, and outer white matter and inner gray matter. So for brain, outer gray matter and inner white matter. For spinal cord, outer white matter and inner gray matter, right? And functions the conduction of impulse to and from the brain and from the brain and the center of spinal reflexes. Conduction of impulses to and from the brain, and whatever the impulses conduction which is takes place by the spinal cord and the center of spinal reflexes. Center of spinal reflexes. After this clear, right? So next one, peripheral nervous system, peripheral neural system. So peripheral neural system consists with cranial nerves and spinal nerves. So nerve fibers are two different types of nerve fibers are presented: efferent fibers and efferent fibers. Earlier we discussed. Efferent fibers are also called sensory fibers, means what carries impulses from sense organs to CNS. That type of the fibers are called efferent fibers. And what are efferent fibers? Are motor fibers. Whatever the responses generated by the brain, those are carried from the CNS to muscles. So efferent or motor carry impulses from CNS to muscles and glands. That type of the fibers are called efferent fibers. So PNSS had two divisions we discussed here: somatic and autonomic nervous system. Somatic nervous system relay impulses from CNS to where? CNS to voluntary, that is skeletal muscles. And autonomic nervous system, so CNS to involuntary, transmits impulse from CNS to involuntary organs or smooth muscles. It includes sympathetic and parasympathetic nerves. Sympathetic system prepares body to cope with emergencies, stresses, and dangers. It increases heartbeat, breathing rate, constricts arteries, and elevates blood pressure. So these are all increases by sympathetic, and parasympathetic what decreases. Parasympathetic returns the body to their resting state after stressful situations and slow down heartbeat, dilates arteries and lowers BP, etc. So those are all decreases by parasympathetic, increases by sympathetic, right? In the case of emergency, what happens? Stress will be increases. So obviously these are all increases by sympathetic, and after that, after relieving of stress, parasympathetic. By the parasympathetic, these are all decreases, right? Visceral nervous system is a part of PNS. It includes nerves, fibers, ganglia, plexus by which impulses travels from CNS to viscera and from viscera to CNS. Visceral means what? Visceral is nothing but there is internal organs. Visceral nervous system is the part of PNS. It includes nerves, fibers, ganglia, and plexus by which impulses travels from CNS, all the internal organs, from CNS to viscera, CNS to internal organs, from internal organs to CNS. That is visceral nervous system, separately given in NCERT textbook, right? This is regarding about PNS, right? And next one, reflex action. It is the rapid, involuntary, and unconscious actions of the body in response to a stimulus. So rapid, involuntary, unconscious actions. So whatever the actions which is takes place by the brain, which is exhibits responses which is exhibits by the brain against stimulations, but without consultation of brain, without conscious of the brain, rapid, involuntary, and unconscious actions of the body response to a stimulus, that is called reflex action. in the region of spinal cord only, the reflex action will be generated. And withdrawal of hand when it touches a hot object. Whenever we touch the hot object, suddenly we should withdraw our hand, otherwise heart will be burned. And touching lips of a nursing baby evokes sucking reflex. So those are all different types of examples for reflex action. And close of the eyelids when light falls on them, that is also one of the example. And knee jerk phenomena, so knee jerk phenomena also one of the example for reflex action. If a child sees or smells a food unknown to him, he does not salivate, but he sees or smells that food every time before tasting it, he salivates. That is coordinated reflex, right? Understood? If a child sees or smells a food unknown to him, he does not salivate. Saliva should not produce in the buccal cavity, but if sees or smells that food every time before tasting it, he salivates. That is a conditioned reflex. This is the pathway of impulse in a reflex action is called reflex arc. The pathway of reflex action is called reflex arc. It consists of a receptor organ. So what are presented in reflex arc? Diagram important, labeling important, the concept also important here. A receptor organ, sensory efferent neuron, and intermediate connector neuron, and motor efferent or effector exciter neuron, and efferent organ. These are all must be present for reflex arc, right? So the pathway is called reflex arc. So what are presented? A receptor organ, it receives the stimulus. So first receptor organ should be presented. So receptor organ only receives the stimulus. In knee jerk reflex, knee is the receptor organ. And sensory efferent neuron. So whatever the stimulations are received by that receptor organ, those are carried by what? Sensory neurons. It transmits impulses from sense organ to CNS, right? Intermediate or connector neuron, it connects sensory and motor neurons. So here in the region of spinal cord, intermediate neuron is presented. That is, it connects sensory and motor neurons. There is a connection between sensory and motor neurons. So motor neuron. So what is the purpose of motor neuron or efferent? It conducts the response. It conducts the response. It carries the response from spinal cord to the region of effector organ, right? It conducts the impulses from CNS to effector organ. CNS to effector organ. An effector organ. So whenever effector organ, what? The muscles of the leg, right? An effector organ, it responds to the impulse. So this is called a reflex action. So rapid, involuntary, and unconscious actions, right? So this should be important. So whatever the labeling is most important, stimulus, and this one is response. You can immediately, you should remove our leg. And muscle spindle, that is receptor, and after efferent pathway through dorsal root ganglion. This is dorsal root ganglion, and this is white matter of spinal cord, gray matter, outer white matter, inner gray matter of spinal cord. Motor neuron, this is interneuron, both connected with sensory and motor neuron connected by interneuron. And this one is efferent pathway, right? By the efferent pathway, what? From CNS to the effector organs reaches the nerve impulse, and there is motor end plate effector to the muscles, the nerve impulse is receives, right? So this is knee jerk reflex, right? So next one, sense organs. These are organs that detect the changes in the body environment and convey the information to the CNS. And what are sense organs? So there is different types of the sense organs are presented in our body. So sense organs are receives the stimulations and carries the and from the whatever the stimulations received by the sense organs, those stimulations passes up to the CNS and responses it generates. These are the organs that detect the changes in the environment and convey the information to the CNS, right? So what are sense organs? Eye, ear, nose, tongue, and skin. These are all sense organs which are presented in our body, right?